Hi everybody. It's a lovely, lovely bright morning here. It's sort of grey, but the sun's trying to come out. I've been listening to the news about what's happening in Florida, which is pretty devastating. I'm really sorry if you're stuck in that. Apparently, lots and well, millions of people evacuating their homes. Please do stay safe and look after yourselves because it's best to get out of that situation and try and get yourself to safer place, safer ground. Go and stay with a relative if you can. I'm really, really sorry for you. I hope that your all of your property and your belongings and your loved ones and everything, your pets, all stay safe and you manage to yeah, you manage to get out of there as soon as you can, if you're in that area in the world. Weather here is very changeable. It's been raining a lot. I've got my new puppy. He's actually sleeping down by my feet at the moment. But if he stirs during this live recording, then I will pick him up and show him to you. But he's been zooming around. You know how puppies have the zoomies and they just go crazy for about 10 minutes and then they stop and they conk out. Well, that's kind of just what he's done. So I'd quite just keep looking down, but he's down there. So I'd quite like little Clemmy Bear to stay nice and calm and peaceful now for a little bit while I do this, which will be great. So I'm here because I haven't been live for a few days, but probably about a week, I don't know, something like that. It's been really tough, actually, I have to say. I've had a very, very sort of overwhelming week. My leg is still, I know it's boring news, boring, still really bad. I'm on my second course of antibiotics and I've had one of those kind of swab things. So hopefully if they can find out what bacteria is there, they might be able to give me the right ones. But it is actually feeling a bit better now. So maybe it's finally working. I've been on these now for 9 days or something, and they're just knocking me out. I don't know how you feel when you go on antibiotics and things, but I'm absolutely wiped out. And then because I'd had to wait for sort of like 3 weeks for my puppy just, arrives just in the middle of all of this. So that under normal circumstances, I'd have the energy to be running around after him and doing this and doing that and playing and blah, blah, blah. But, it's exhausting and he's basically taking up a lot of my extra energy. So that's been in a lovely way. And I thought about it and I thought, dogs are actually very healing, aren't they? And animals are cats, dogs, whatever, donkeys, horses, whatever your choice of animal is, they are very, very healing and they are lovely companions. So actually, I don't mind if he's around when I'm not feeling great because I just want him to be with me really and to have lots of cuddles and things. So yeah, so that's absolutely fine by me. But it is actually extra exhausting and I'm not going to complain anymore because I've got some very other good news apart from my puppy. Can you see? Whoops, I'm going in the wrong direction. You see that book there? That one? That is actually my new book. And here it is. Calm Your Mind, which is exactly what I need at the moment. And it is a lovely book. It's actually jam-packed, a bit like my other one, full of really gorgeous paintings and quotes and all sorts of lovely, beautiful sayings and literary pieces. And the art is from all over the world. And I've done another video actually, which you can see this in more kind of slow motion. It's from all over the world. Oh, I don't know if you can see it like that. But there's stuff here from pretty much every country. You can't see really, but oh, never mind. You'll have to have a look at the video that I'm going to post after this, and it shows you. But if you just, let me find something really beautiful. So this is a lovely Maxfield Parrish painting, and then I've got a quote next to that, which is really lovely, and it says, "The appearance of things changes according to the emotions, and thus we see magic and beauty in them, while the magic and beauty are really in ourselves." That's Khalil Gibran. So it's a really, really lovely book. And it's actually the colour of my front door. And that's probably pretty much the colour of my study. It's a bit, not quite rhubarb, but it's almost rhubarb. It's just a lovely thing. And it would make a fabulous Christmas present or birthday present or christening present or bar mitzvah or any present, a present to yourself and all of your loved ones and friends, family. It's just great. A teacher, anything. It's a lovely, lovely thing, and I'm super proud of it. And I'm going to try and lean it on me so you can see a bit better. Can you see like that? I don't know. There you go. You might be able to see a bit better. Some lovely lovely pictures in here, lovely paintings, some of my favourites and some that you will recognise, all paired with the most gorgeous artwork and literary quotes. So I really hope that you support me and that you'll go out and you'll buy yourself a copy or buy a copy for your loved one. There we go. That's my little bit about my book. Whoops, there we are. I put a little I put a little link in the descriptor here, so you'll be able to see where you can get it. At the moment, you can get it on Amazon. You can pre-order it from all good bookshops, and you can just, yeah, as usual, wherever you buy your books from, they'll have it because it's available all over the world, and it is in pounds. I think it's £16.99. And let's see if we can see in dollars. US dollars 24.95, Canadian 33.50. But you can, yeah, you can get it anywhere. And it's a lovely, lovely thing. Makes a great gift, especially to yourself. Those of you who've already got my first book, it's very similar. It's designed by the same amazing designer, Emilia Cosley. She's fantastic. And it's a very similar kind of layout. It's just a slightly different format, which makes it probably a little bit easier to send in the mail to people or just to have on your bookshelf, really. So I hope you enjoy it. I really enjoyed doing it. I had to try and get most of it done before Christmas, last Christmas, and in the new year. And it went off at sort of the end of January, beginning of February. So these things always take a long time. I was thinking, it will be 2 years on the 23rd of October that my mother died, and she didn't get to see my first book. And she kept saying to me when I used to visit her in the hospital, the hospice, these books, why is your book taking so long? Why is it taking so long? And I'd say, well, Mum, I have to write the book, put it all together. Then we have to get clearance from all the lawyers and all of the copyright and everything for the paintings and for the pieces, the literature that are in there that we're using. Then we have to get it all designed and typeset and choose the cover, and it goes back various iterations, go backwards and forwards. Then it has to go off to halfway around the world to be printed. Then it has to be distributed all over the world, sort of all the way over to America, all the way down to Australia, all the way up to Greenland, all the way down to Timbuktu or Honolulu, or wherever it's going to go, Tahiti, the Philippines, everywhere, South Africa, India, everywhere. And she said, oh, well, why is it taking so long? I said, Mum, I've just told you why it's taking so long. These things take time. And now this is my second book in within that almost 2 years. And yeah, it just seems to zoom really quickly, time, doesn't it? It's a funny old thing. So I'm very excited about that. And I'm also very excited about starting work on my next book, which is top secret. And it's actually going to be completely different. It's just going to be me writing a book. In fact, I'm going to be doing a series of 4 books. And so we're going to take a topic and I'm going to write about it in my own words, giving you some guidance and help and some kind of, looking at sort of well-being and how to tackle various big things that happen in life. So I've certainly had a lot of experience with that, and I know a lot of people who have too. So I'm hoping that that's going to bring some respite and peace and some kind of solace from whatever is going on in your life at the moment. Having this puppy has sort of taken me back to when we had our first dog, Cosmos. And it's really strange. It's a bit like having a baby or riding a bicycle, or 2 very, very different things, I know. Riding a bicycle, you get back on it again and off you go. Having a puppy, well, having a baby, you forget about all the pain, then you go and have another one and off you go. Having a puppy is weird because I don't really remember much about the puppy phase. Maybe it's because the house was super busy at the time and there was an awful lot of people to take care of the puppy. The 3 children, take him out, play with him. There'd always be somebody that was going to feed him, somebody that would clear up after him or whatever, and me obviously doing all of that as well. But there was always something going on with the puppy and somebody to help him on his way. And now it's just me and I'm sort of like here with him, and he's just getting into, I think we just need to find out each other's routine. He needs to find out my routine and I need to work out his routine, and he has to fall into my routine. So the way he does things is very typical of a puppy. Sorry, I've got an itchy nose. It's very typical of a puppy. He zooms around really, really fast. I call it zoomies. He goes really, really super fast, like that. And then he conks out. Normally after he's done his zoomies, he wants to have a wee or a poop. I don't know, one or the other, or both. Normally after he wakes up, he wants to do that. Normally after he's eaten, he might want to do that. He loves to go zooming around the garden on the grass, which is great because it's lovely and green and it's quite wet at the moment, so it's not all muddy and horrible. It's just nice and green and wet. He seems to really enjoy that. He loves playing with my socks. He loves biting my toes. He loves biting my fingers. So I'm trying to give him, like everybody advised me yesterday, give him some teething tools for that so that he doesn't gnaw my hand off or my toes, and basically direct him in a different direction. He was trying to sort of chew my nose and really, really wanting to find out, I think, what these earrings, if he could bite these earrings off, which he's not going to be able to do because he's never going to be allowed to get up that far. So yeah, he's quite interested in the sparkle of them, I think, even though they're sort of really not that interesting at all. They're just very very, they hardly show up at all. So it's not like they're all glittery. And then the rest of the time he kind of sleeps. He's fast asleep down there at the moment. I'm going to pick him up in a minute and let you have a little look at him because he's so cute. He really is a clemmy bear. And I'm going to write a little story about him. And yeah, I'll write a little story and maybe get my children to illustrate it. It'll be really fun. So yeah, he's going to be a little character, and he's just, yeah, he's a cutie. So I'm really pleased that I've got him. And I hope that he brings a lot of joy, and I'm sure he will. He already has. Everybody that meets him is just like yesterday when I took him to the vets, they just they just said, "Oh, he's so sweet." And everybody who came in and out of the vets when I was waiting, they were stroking him, and it was really, really gorgeous. I'm going to close this blind because it's very bright out there. Oh, that's better. That's much better. Look how bright it is. Ooh. And he's really, really gorgeous, and everybody seems to absolutely adore him. So, yeah, he's a real sweetie, and I hope that he's going to bring us years and years of joy. As you know, I'd been really worried about him because of his underbite, that they said he had a slight underbite, and also they'd detected a heart murmur when he was a puppy at the breeders. But good news, he doesn't have a heart murmur at all. He's perfectly healthy, and he has a very, very minute underbite, but all of his teeth are growing in the right place. So the vet said that he'll probably just, that will rectify itself. And to be honest, I don't mind a tiny underbite, as long as it doesn't affect his ability to chew and eat and do all of that, because I think it's quite characterful and quite very sweet. And he's such a gorgeous boy, so I really don't mind. But the good news is it's not going to get any bigger, and it's going to stay the way it is, which is really great. So yeah, so I've got lots of things happening at the moment, and then on top of the dog coming, the puppy coming, on Sunday I noticed the big leak in my utility room, which is my boot room with my laundry room, everything, all my sort of stuff is in there, which, big electrical appliances, and that was really, really worrying. So I had to call the plumbers out. So the plumber came on Monday, and yesterday he spent the afternoon here trying to find out where the leak is. I think we may have found it. Now he has to excavate, and that's going to be a big job. So we've kind of blocked everything off, stopped it all from leaking. And let's just hope now that we can fix everything so that my heating will work everywhere. It's not working downstairs at the moment, apart from one radiator, weirdly, which must be on the upstairs loop. And the rest of the house is only upstairs the heating's working. So I'm hoping if the weather stays like this, it'll be absolutely fine. If it gets really cold, which I don't think it's going to in the next kind of week or two, then it won't be much fun. But I've got my lovely fire I can light, and I just want to get this sorted because this leak has been going on for a couple of years since I moved here. Mum knew about it, my mother knew about it, she used to live here. And so I've had to deal with this major leak situation, the new puppy, and my leg, which the antibiotics have been really getting me down. I have been eating lots of kefir, a live bio bioprolactic stuff. I don't take tablets, and I don't have things like Yakult and stuff. I just don't. I usually have the kefir yogurt, the live yogurt, fermented yogurt, and fermented vegetables and things, and pickled stuff. And I also have a lot of greens, and I'm taking extra vitamin C and vitamin D, and I have my vitamin B12 injections, and I'm taking iron, and I'm taking, what else am I taking? Gosh, all sorts of things, calcium, all sorts of things, supplements. So, which have been prescribed to me and I've been told to have anyway by my doctor. And then interestingly, when I went to the clinic, they put well, I think it's interesting because this is the NHS, so I didn't go to any fancy private place. This is just basic NHS UK, which I mean are, for me, they are amazing. Thank you, NHS. We're so lucky to have the NHS in this country. I cannot tell you. And you know, when it was lockdown and everybody went out banging their saucepan lids and clapping for the NHS, absolutely they deserved it. And then it's taken 2 or 3 years, whatever it has taken, for them to get a pay rise. Thank you, government, for that. That was the old government. I mean, that was really kind of you, wasn't it? I don't think a clap's going to go very far when it comes to paying the bills. Anyway, so they gave me this seaweed compress. So I've got this seaweed compress. So they gave me this clinical grade medical Manuka honey ointment, which they put on the wound, which apparently is really good for wounds, burns, all sorts of things like that. And then when I went back to my GP, to the clinic, they dressed it and they put this seaweed compress on it, which is a dry, almost like a sort of bandage, really, or like a sort of, yeah, like it looks like a kind of just a normal fabric bandage. Well, not bandage, what do you call it? Not lint. It's like a sort of a bit of kind of wadding that you'd put into a dressing. And anyway, she just put it on there and put this breathable, really good sort of micropore breathable sort of special bio, whatever it is, plaster on top of it to protect it. And I have to say, it's really less inflamed, and it's really gone down. It's not hurting as much, although it's still a pain at night when I'm trying to sleep. So I am looking like really tired, I'm afraid. But you know, what can we do? We can't do much, can we? We have to just, as I keep saying, like when I started this, when I had my when I first did my injury, and Robert Frost has this brilliant saying, the only way out is through. And I think that's absolutely right. The only way out is through. It's just a shame. It's been 5 weeks, and I don't normally moan on and whinge on about things because I'm usually an incredibly positive person. Through thick and thin, I am super positive. I'm definitely somebody that, you know, my glass is always half full rather than half empty, for sure. And this has really knocked me for six. I had to cancel everything this week, everything, including the tour that I usually do at my lovely Picker house, which is this amazing 1960s house that I do these special lecture tours at during this time of year. Actually, it's coming up to the end. They're going to be closing down the house for the winter very soon, in a couple of weeks. And it would have been my last one, and I was really looking forward to it because I love it there. So that I had to cancel. I had to cancel a meeting with Eco. I'm on this eco group for my local community, so I had to cancel that. That's usually at my house. I had to cancel that last night. I do a philosophy and theology and philosophy and sort of class on a Wednesday evening. I don't think I'm going to be able to go to that. Not just because I've got the puppy, but just because I just get so tired. I've been going to bed at, I don't know, 8:30. It's ridiculous. Anyway, there we go. But I wanted to just let you know that I'm still alive. Everything is all right. I'm trying to just let you know about my little book here. It's not that little, it's my lovely book, which is very color coordinated with my walls, which is a lovely book. I'm just going to randomly open it here at a page. Oh, we've got a Nikolai Ostrup painting, and it's just lovely. I'm very proud of it. That's the Nikolai Olstrup again. Oh, that's our lovely Maxfield Parish. Yeah, I'm super proud of it, and I think really this is kind of my vocation. My vocation is to sort of, oh, there we go. I think my vocation is to sort of bring some respite and joy to people, because life can be pretty tough. I'm going to read you this quote, this lovely painting here. I don't know, can you see it? Maybe it's a bit bright in the light. There we go. It's a lovely painting, and it says, this is from Louise Erdrich. Life will break you, nobody can protect you from that, and living alone won't either. For solitude will also break you with its yearning. You have to love, you have to feel. It's the reason you're here on earth. That's very true, isn't it? I think for me, I definitely am not ready to love another human being yet. I mean, apart from my children and my family and my friends, I'm just not ready. And for me, I'm here really to love you guys and to give stuff back to you and to hopefully help you get through stuff. And that helps me get through stuff. And also to love my little pooch. So I think that's my kind of mission at the moment. I'm going to pick him up in a minute so you can have a look. And here's a gorgeous painting. Look, that lovely painting. Can you see that? Really lovely. By Edwin Howland Bashfield. And when he shall die, take him and cut him out into little stars, and he will make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night and pay no worship to the garish sun. That's the lovely William Shakespeare there. We do love a bit of William Shakespeare. And we've got another lovely painting here. Can you see how gorgeously it coordinates with my wall? Hope is a thing with feathers on that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. Emily Dickinson. And this painting is by Gaston Latouche. And here's a lovely one. A gorgeous, gorgeous painting. It's by Jose Tapiro y Barrio. It's called A Tangerian Beauty. Difficult times have helped me to understand better than before how infinitely rich and beautiful life is in every way, and that so many things that one goes worrying about are no longer of any importance whatsoever. It's true, isn't it? So there is my book. You might want to pre-order it. It's ready to pre-order now. As I said, the link is on this live feed, or you can just go to Amazon and you can buy it there. But if you follow the link, it means I actually benefit from it financially, which is really helpful because this is my job. So there we go. So there's my book, which is lovely. And let me find my little dog now. See if I can get him. I've just got to take my leg down because it's high on a stool. Here we go. Here he is. Oh, look. Let's bring this down a little bit. Looky, looky, look. There's my little pooch. He's so cute. Don't you think he's just so cute? Look at that. He's such a sweetie. He's such a good boy. I think that I'd be able to wear him as a wig when I start losing my hair, although I don't think I'm ever going to lose my hair because my hair's so thick. But look at him. Look at that little boy. Look at that little face. He's so, so sweet. Oh, you see, that's what I'm talking about. That lovely unconditional love there with a little pooch there. Lovely little boy. Look at those eyes. Clementine, Clemmy, Clemmy, Clemmy bear, Clemmy bear. Yes, Clemmy bear. Oh, yes, yes. There you are. Such a good boy. Oh, and here comes the postman, so my bell's going to start ringing in a minute. There we go. We can hear that. But he doesn't even move, do you? You're such a lovely good boy. You're such a good boy. Yeah, and it's so exhausting. Life can be so exhausting, can't it? There he is. Well, the good thing is that when I've been looking at videos from before, I have certainly noticed there is a decrease in my weight here as well. So that's really nice to know that at least, even though I'm feeling like, not great, at least I'm kind of losing a bit of weight, which is good. Although I wish I could get out and about and do a bit more exercise. Hey, Clementine can't go out until the 18th or 19th of October, until he's a bit older. So that works quite well. So we can go in the garden and play with his toys, and he can have his zoomies and run around and discover the smells and everything that's happening in the garden. The book, I'll just take these off. The book that I was reading said that because they've got such heightened sensory sort of sniffing in the noses. The book was saying that, don't you think we look quite similar? It's quite scary, isn't it? Hmm. As I get older, I'm going to probably look more like a little old dog, aren't I? Little pup pup. Um, yeah, he's out sniffing everything, like little weeds that have grown in the grass, or my nasturtiums, or all the herbs. He keeps to go sniffing around at the herbs and all the different smells of the herbs, which is quite interesting. So they must be quite pungent. Some of my thyme and marjoram and various things out there. And he's just sort of playing around really and discovering things like slugs that are slugging their way along the grass and sort of looking at them going, oh, no, I don't think I'll, ooh. And yeah, just being very inquisitive about everything, which is super cute. And he's a sweetie. Look, Clem, little Clemmy, little sweetheart, aren't you? Yes. I think my children think he should be one of those the loo roll paper dogs, but no, I think he's too cute for that. It's got to be something a little bit more classy than loo roll, I think. Don't you? Look at him. He's so sweet. When I went to the vets yesterday, I said that he was on my bed sleeping, and she was like, "Ooh, be careful of that. I think you need to put his bed not on your bed, but it's entirely up to you because it's going to be very hard to get him out of that habit. And because I sleep alone, it doesn't really bother me. But I suppose one day I might not sleep alone, but who knows? Who knows? But at the moment, I think it's fine. Once he's in his bed, and once he's aware that that's his bed, and he feels a little bit older and feels more secure, and he knows that I'm there and I'm not going to go anywhere, then I think I'll just put it down onto the ground near me, and then he can be there instead. But look how sweet he is. He's so sweet. So, so sweet. Right, I'm going to put him down, and actually maybe I can have a look, because I see if I can have a look at your comments while he's still here. Let's have a look. So Norman says he's certainly going to pre-order my book because he really loved my last book and wants to support me with all my uplifting posts, which is really sweet. Thanks, Norman. Karen just sends lots of little hugs and little claps and a heart, which is really sweet. Beth says, hi, Clem. Hi, Beth. Hi, Beth. Hello. And Betty says, beautiful book. Thank you, Betty. I tell you what, it's an even more beautiful book in the flesh. I think I'm very proud of it. Like I said, it's a lovely book, and it will make a great gift. I'm going to be doing a launch at a little bookshop on the 24th of October, but I'll keep you posted about that. And I'm also doing, so that'll be a launch with a little talk. You can meet me, and also I will be signing books, and I can be signing books to people that, putting names in for people, whatever you like me to do, personal little signings. And also I'm going to be down in Falmouth at the Falmouth Bookshop in Falmouth on November the 5th, which is Guy Fawkes Night for those of you who are in the UK. So I'm hoping that there's going to be some stuff going on in the little town in Falmouth, down in Cornwall. If you're down there, I'll be in the shop upstairs doing, there'll be like a wine and drinks and again signing, and I'll give a little reading from the book, and you can meet me and we can have a little chat. So that'd be really cool. Tickets are available on Eventbrite. I will post that as well so that you can see. I'm not sure if it's on Eventbrite actually, but if you look up Falmouth Bookshop, you will find it. But I will definitely put that in the on my page as well, because that'll be a lovely evening, especially if there's other activities going on in town after that. So that should be really fun. So yeah, so do come and see me. I'll be doing my book launch in Cobham Bookshop in Surrey in the UK on the 24th of October at 6:30. Again, there'll be some fizz and some nibbles, and you can meet me and do all of that. And then I'll be doing the similar thing on the 5th of November in Falmouth down in Cornwall. And hopefully there might be some other things too. So I'm going to love you and leave you, and I will definitely pop back later with a video giving you some more information with a little preview of the inside of my book, which I've already done for you, so you can have a look at that. But please do spread the word and do continue to support me. And I'm going to say goodbye now. We're going to say bye-bye. Say bye-bye, Clemmy. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. See you later. Bye-bye. See you. See you later. Bye-bye. Lots of love. See you later on.